Upendra is an Indian actor, director, producer, screenwriter, lyricist and singer. He stars primarily in Kannada films and is well known in Sandalwood and Tollywood. He started his career under the director Kashinath as a writer and an assistant director. His first directorial venture was Tharle Nan Maga. In the late 1990s he directed which portrayed actual Bangalore gangsters, followed by which was his debut film as an actor. Upendra, his next film, starred Raveena Tandon, a Bollywood actress. After a decade of acting in Kannada, Telugu and Tamil films, he returned to the role of director with the multilingual movie Uppi, which was well received critically and commercially. Upendra is known for his work in films like Upendra, Preeths, Raw, Kutumba, Rakthakun Neeru, Gokana, Go Rama, Auto Shankar, Aishwarya, Antharu, Buddhivanta, Super, Katari Veera Shura Sundaranji, and Kalpana. Upendra has thus established himself as one of the most successful actors and directors of Kannada cinema. He is currently one of the highest paid directors and actors in the Kannada film industry. Career as a director. It was Upendra's ambition to become a director, for which he first sought to assist director Kashinath. He started off as a director with a typical Kashinath-style comedy called Tharle Nan Maga in 1992. The film introduced a famous comedian called Jagesh. The movie went on to be a runaway hit and has since achieved a cult following. Upendra directed a horror suspense thriller next called SHHH. In 1993. The film featured his mentor Kashinath and a young producer and actor named Kumar Govind. The film was a major box office success and Upendra came out as an independent director. SHHH is considered as one of the best horror/thriller movies in Kannada cinema. His next film was a gangster film called which was released in 1995. The film starred Shivakumar and also had real gangsters in its cast, and had a message of peace. Became a blockbuster, and went on to be one of the highest-grossing Kannada films of its time and made news at national level. Upendra became an overnight star director. With Upendra also introduced an actress from Kog, Prema. Was also remade into several languages. The Hindi version was called Arjun Pandit and had Sunny Deol essaying Shivakumar's role. Upendra then turned towards the project of directing an extended version of the 1981 film Antha and he called it Operation Antha. The film had Ambarish reprising his role from the earlier 1981 version Antha, as Kanwar Lal. The film contained revolutionary ideology and a strong feeling against corruption, where the protagonist is obsessed by the corrupt world and finds a way to change the system through extremist way. The film was much ahead of its time and hence was not very successful. However, it was controversial for its taunts on some real-life political figures. In 1998 Upendra directed through which he made a successful transition to acting. Was again a revolutionary film about exploring deeper meanings of love. The film had outrageous posters, even more outrageous dialogues, and a controversial storyline. The plot was of a director falling in love with his lead actress while filming, and then becoming dejected as she leaves him when she becomes successful. The film also dealt with dark truths of the film world, like the casting couch. Rumors were thick that it was Upendra's own story, and the actress in the film portrayed his protégé Prema. This only added to the popularity of the film and it broke many box office records upon release and went on to become one of the highest-grossing Kannada films of its time. The film had a 175 days run in Karnataka, was also dubbed to Telugu, and repeated its success in Andhra Pradesh too, where it had a 100 days run. The film won accolades from Bollywood personalities like Amitabh Bachchan and Anil Kapoor. Upendra was now a big name in Kannada cinema and was also popular in Andhra Pradesh. Upendra's next movie was Swasthik with lead Raghavendra Raikumar, which was released in 1998. The film was not a big success, but was still a hit with the critics. However, it is still remembered for its smart narration and innovative screenplay and is considered to be one of the best works of Upendra with respect to screenplay. In 1999, Upendra made a self-titled film, Upendra, a psychological thriller that explored the nuances of ego. Upendra acted in this film as the unnamed protagonist Nayanu. The film starred three heroines, Tamini, Prema, and Bollywood actress Raveena Tandon. Nayanu was an arrogant character, bordered on misogyny, and was very insulting to women, which led to a lot of criticism on the film. However, the film broke many box office records and went on to be a much bigger hit than A, both in Karnataka as well as in Andhra Pradesh. The film had a 200 days run in Karnataka and its Telugu version had a 100 days run in Andhra Pradesh. Upendra was now not only a remarkably successful director, but also a big star with a large fan base in Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Since then, Upendra gave up direction and concentrated more on his acting career. Upendra came back as a director after a hiatus of 10 years in 2010 with the movie Super. The movie was released in a record number of theatres all over Karnataka and was also dubbed into Telugu and released in Andhra Pradesh. The utopian film, set in a futuristic India, tells the story of a NRI who, through political manipulations, helps India become a superpower in 2030. Super was a blockbuster, breaking many box office records upon release and completing 175 days of run, becoming one of the highest-grossing Kannada films of 2010 and was also critically acclaimed. In 2011, Tamil actor Rajinikanth attended a private screening of Super in Bangalore. Rajinikanth watched the film along with Upendra and a couple of friends. Upendra is a great actor and director. There is hardly anyone in Indian cinema who would think like him. Only he can think like that. I like watching Upendra's films and this was no exception. If I get an opportunity and an impressive script, I'd like to act in an Upendra film in the future, said Rajani. In January 2012, Upendra announced that he is working on the script for his next directorial titled Upendra 2, a sequel to his 1999 film Upendra. Upendra 2 will be directed and produced by Upendra under his home banner, Upendra Productions. The first posters of Upendra 2 were released on the internet on September 16, 2012. The posters featured a huge rectangle, with no clear name inside it, but with a heap of mathematical formulae be it arithmetic, algebra, geometry, analytical geometry, calculus and so on and had a byline directed by Upendra. Uppi 2 was launched by Upendra on 18th September 2013 at Kantiarava Studios in Bangalore, amongst thousands of fans gathered to witness the launch. Lathi charge from the police to control the crowd of fans gathered at the venue was reported. The song's recording for Uppi 2 started on 30th March 2014 at Guru Kiran Studio in Bangalore. Upendra is rumoured to have approached Bollywood actress Vijaya Balan to play the female lead in Uppi 2. However, Upendra is yet to officially announce the star cast of the film and will start shooting by May 2014. Career as an actor. After acting in small roles in his mentor Kashinath's films such as Ennathana Vanthara and Ajagajangara, Upendra started his acting career with a bunch of walk-on roles, notably in his directorial films such as Tharle Nan Maga, SHHH, and Operation Nantha. 1998 to 2005. In 1998 Upendra directed and starred in A, which was his fifth film as a director but his first as an actor. Upon release, the film had a 175 days run and became a trend-setting blockbuster in Karnataka, with its Telugu dubbed version also becoming a super hit by running for 100 days in Andhra Pradesh. Due to Upendra's newly found popularity in Telugu, ace Telugu director E.V.V. Satyanarayana cast him in the 1998 Telugu film Kanyadanam alongside Srikanth and Rashena, which also became a commercial success. In 1999 Upendra again directed and starred in his self-titled film Upendra, which starred Bollywood actress Raveena Tandon. The film went on to become a bigger hit than A, both in Karnataka as well as in Andhra Pradesh. The film had a 200 days run in Karnataka and 100 days run in Andhra Pradesh. In 2000, Upendra starred opposite Bollywood actress Sonali Bender in the psychological thriller Preeths, which was a remake of Bollywood film Dar. Preeths became Upendra's third consecutive blockbuster by completing 175 days of run. With 3 back-to-back Silver Jubilee hits, Upendra had attained superstar status in the Kannada film industry with popularity in Telugu as well. In 2001 Upendra wrote and starred in a Telugu film titled Raw, which became a box office hit in Andhra Pradesh. Raw was a typical Upendra-style film in which he plays a womanizing playboy. Upendra starred opposite his future wife Priyanka Trivedi for the first time in this film. In 2002, Upendra hit a rough patch, with his most expected films such as H2O, Superstar and Hollywood not meeting expectations and having average run at the box office, and films like Nagarahavu and Nayanunan flopping at the box office. However, Upendra made a strong comeback in the next 3 years, that is from 2003 to 2005, which is considered his most successful period. During these 3 years, he starred in 5 back-to-back 100 Days films, such as Kutumba, Rakthaka Neeru, Gokana, Go Rama and Auto Shankar, all of which were super hits at the box office. The only films of Upendra which didn't do well during this period were Omkara and News. During the span of 1998 to 2005, Upendra was considered as the most successful actor and #1 star of the Kannada film industry, much ahead of his contemporaries like Puneeth Rakumar, Darshan, Sudeep and Shiva Kumar, having starred in 8 100 Days hits in 8 years, such as Upendra, Preeths, Kutumba, Rakthaka Neeru, Gokana, Go Rama and Auto Shankar. 2006 Euro 2009, Upendra went through a bad phase during 2006 to 2009, with most of his films during this period going totally unnoticed at the box office, such as Uppi Dadar MBBS, Tandej Taka Maga, Parodi, Maisti, Toss, Lava Kusha, Satyam, Dubai Babu and Rajani. The only commercial hits he gave during this period were the candy floss romantic comedy Aishwarya, which ran for 75 days, and the moderately successful Antharu, which ran for 70 days. Upendra also received praise and critical acclaim for his performance in Antharu. Buddhivanta, which was Upendra's only release in 2008, was considered as his big comeback through which he rose back to superstardom. The film was declared as a blockbuster and completed 100 days of run, becoming the top box office grosser of the year. Buddhivanta was a typical old-school Uppi-style film in which Uppi played a womanizing con man, and his 7 get-ups in the film were highly appreciated, as were his witty dialogues. Buddhivanta's Telugu dubbed version was also a hit, completing 50 days of run in Andhra Pradesh. 2010 Euro Present. 2010 marked Upendra's comeback to direction after 10 years. After several ups and downs in his acting career, Upendra finally came back as a director after 10 years in 2010 with the movie Super, in which he starred opposite Tamil actress Nayanthara and Tulip Joshi. The movie was released in a record number of theatres all over Karnataka and was also dubbed into Telugu and released in Andhra Pradesh. Super was a blockbuster, breaking many box office records upon release and completing 175 days of run, becoming one of the highest-grossing Kannada films of 2010 and was also critically acclaimed. Upendra then starred in several films like Srimati opposite his wife Priyanka Trivedi and Bollywood actress Leena Jayatli, and Eric Sharkar. In 2012, Upendra starred in several commercially successful films like 3D fantasy film Katari Veera Shura Sundaranji, which was declared a super hit and became the second highest-grossing film of the year, followed by Godfather, which did above-average business, and the horror comedy film Kalpana, which also did reasonably well at the box office. Upendra's much-anticipated films like Topiwala and Brahma haven't been able to meet with expectations at the box office. Upcoming films: Upendra is working with Dandapalya director Srinivasa Raju in an action film titled Baidavana, which evoked controversies regarding its title and first-look poster. After facing oppositions from religious communities, the makers of the film have reportedly decided to shoot the film without a title, and the film is currently in post-production. Upendra is also starring in the remake of Telugu film Kick, titled Super Oranga, which stars actress Kriti Karbanda opposite Upendra. After the completion of these films, Upendra will direct and star in his most ambitious project, Uppi 2, which was launched on 18th September 2013. The song's recording for Uppi 2 started on 30th March 2014 at Guru Kiran Studio in Bangalore. Upendra is rumoured to have approached Bollywood actress Vijaya Balan to play the female lead in Uppi 2. However, Upendra is yet to officially announce the star cast of the film and will start shooting by May 2014. Endorsements. Upendra has done the highest number of brand endorsements among Kannada actors. Upendra has been the brand ambassador of United Breweries, Luna's Footwear, Imani Navaratna Brand, Karnataka Milk Federation, Udyavani News Daily, Royal Challengers Bangalore, Mavali Tiffin Room, Bangalore Electricity Supply Company. Upendra is also joining hands with Rajinikanth to endorse BBMP campaign. Upendra has been the brand ambassador of United Breweries Group since 1999. His tagline Yellow OK. Cool Drink York has long been part of the ad campaign. Commenting on his long-standing association with the brand, Upendra added UB Export was successful in bringing out the quirky side of me in one of my most popular punch lines ever, Yellow York. Cool Drink York? It's been almost 10 years since the ad broke out, but the fad of York still seems to linger. Fans even now refer to it whenever I meet them on occasions. Personal life. Upendra was born in Koteshwaram near Kundapura, Udupi district of Karnataka. On December 14, 2003, Uppi married former Miss Kolkata Priyanka Trivedi, who met him first on the sets of the Telugu movie Raw and then on the sets of H2O. Upendra and his family reside in Banashankari 3 stage in Bangalore. Filmography: as director, as actor, as writer, as singer, awards and nominations, references. External links: Upendra at the Internet Movie Database.